First crawdad of the day. Little lizard there. Today I am taking Gold Canyon Trail into Little Big Tujunga Creek, and I'm gonna do some wading and bushwhacking and then jogging at the end. And just so you have some context to where I am, here's one of those early bridges, you know. Don't know what I'll find, but hopefully it's good. Nice little shallow pool here right below the bridge. And yeah, I guess this is where I may start wading for a bit, you know. If you guys remember one of my recent videos, I went catching crawdads out here a little upstream. So that was at night, but perhaps we'll see how they are here in the daytime. So almost immediately I'm seeing crawdads here. Not sure if I'll be able to really catch any for you, but I'll try. Well, we're still at that bridge, so this is some still water, but I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I got any on video. I didn't really catch any this time, but there are a lot of crawdads there. I'm sure there'll be more downstream. You know, I don't want to spend all my time just trying to get one there, you know, but yeah, I'm sure, as I just said, we'll find more. But yeah, anyways, this is definitely wild. A new section of Big Tujunga for me, and yeah, very beautiful. First crawdad of the day in Big Tujunga, and yeah, the first one I saw, or few I saw, were in there, and then as I just kind of came down here, I think I saw another really red one swim away, and then I got to this section and the water got shallow. He was kind of swimming up, and then he hung out here, you know, and I grabbed him. But yeah, you can find these guys here in the daytime and at nighttime, you know, so really happy to find this guy, and I may get a few photos really quickly before I let him go. There he is, you know. Cute little dude. I'm gonna set him down real quick and you can watch him swim away. Alrighty, little guy. Ooh. There he is. Maybe he's kind of comfortable. Ah, there we go. All right, that's how they swim, you know, and we're gonna kind of disturb him a little more. I'd like to let you guys see him swim some. Anyways, yeah, cool creatures. They are edible. I've done a few catch and cooks on the YouTube channel, but yeah, you can definitely catch a bunch of them here. Sections where the creek kind of ponds off like this are generally good, especially if they have like logs, you know, so the crawdads do like to kind of hide. And I just saw one, right? Maybe you'll be able to see it. Oh, definitely, there it is. Okay, there's one right under that log there. I'll give it a sec. I'm not gonna catch it this time. It's probably gonna get away. But if you were to like leave like a crawdad trap or something like that, this would be a great area for it. There are actually two of them. Okay, yeah. So, you know, and there's another one there, right? There's actually two more back there. Okay, so yeah, Big Tujunga, spots with a bunch of logs like this where the water ponds off and is still. These are good areas for you know, probably leaving a trap, but I would also say catching crawdads, especially at night. Anyways, yeah, maybe I'll actually go this way. But yeah, a lot to explore here though. It's nice to see that the crawdads are thriving though. Happy about that. So I've been seeing a lot of crayfish here. Maybe we'll try to get that one if we can scare it into shallow water. I don't know where it went. I'll give it a shot though. Oh, there's one. We could probably get this one. Yep, all right. I'm gonna be careful of those pinchers. But yeah, that's how you get a tiny one at least. Pinchers don't really hurt too much at the moment. This guy's kind of slippery though, yeah, there. So yeah, you know, not too hard to catch sometimes, especially if they get out of these loggy areas, right? So I think generally to hide, they'll go in here. And obviously for me, it's a lot harder for me to get something that can really kind of swim back into these logs compared to something I can really get into this shallow area. So that's a nice way to kind of catch him if you're doing it by hand. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get a few photos of this guy and let him go. You know, we're not doing a catch and cook today, but maybe sometime in the future we'll do that during the daytime here. Even if I don't eat them, it's fun to just kind of catch them just for fun, you know. It's definitely a good thing to practice doing, in my opinion. But yeah, anyways, let's head further downstream. So something interesting is going on here. You have this little pumping system with maybe a net or something. I don't really know what exactly this is. But yeah, interesting. I might poke around here real quick. This could be, I don't know, sort of, who knows? Anyways, there's a little generator here. And then this piping going upwards. All right, interesting. This could be one of those kind of private areas or something. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I guess you sort of see stuff like this here. Anyways, gonna keep going downstream. There is a little bit of a fork up this way, you know. I don't know which canyon this is. I know that there is the Gold Canyon. This could be that, but yeah, anyways, that's really not the objective today. My thoughts are just bushwhack down Big Tujunga a bit and then loop back to the trailhead where I parked. Looks like someone brought a little chair and a little stand there, you know, so nice chill spot along the river. But yeah, you know, anyways, pretty cool. Definitely tranquil right now, and it does look like there could be some neat stuff up that canyon at some point. But I'm sticking to the river at this point. Short day, but fun adventure, hopefully. So the brushy section back here seems to really spread out at this point. And yeah, at sometime I'm gonna head back up to the road, which I think is just right up there. But I'll wait until it's a little more obvious. Definitely a beautiful pool here, beautiful creek, you know, so let's see where this heads and if we find any more neat little hidden gems. So I think the main creek is behind me, but I'm curious because you do see this kind of thick line of trees over here. So I'd like to see if there's water flowing there, or maybe it's just groundwater underneath all the gravel here. So I think it's worth poking around real quick before I continue rock hopping down the creek. But we'll see in a sec. This is definitely a low point, but not much flow here. But yeah, anyways, maybe as I cross back over, I'll tell you what I was planning on doing, you know. So a while ago, a little downstream from here, there was a trail I saw on Google Maps called, I think, the Kill 'em Quick Trail. And it's nice, you know, it's really steep, I guess, at first, kind of, and maybe later on too. Not insane, but you know, I was doing more trail running at the time, and it was a nice kind of steep one. You jog up and then jog/scramble up a little further to this flagpole, and yeah, I've heard people go up to Lucan's from that route, but I don't think I've done that yet. Can't quite recall. But yeah, one of the things that you can do is go down. There's all this like weird little stuff out in that section of Tujunga. Like, I think there's something called Tujunga Hinge, you know, or what else? Pinnacles, the precipice, something like that. There's all these like weird rock formations and signs that sort of give the names. I may do a video there at some point. But yeah, there was this old kind of youth camp thing for people who may have been like in gangs in Los Angeles or just juvenile delinquents. And yeah, it was this neat little structure, definitely heavily vandalized, but still very cool. And there are some old videos you know, from a couple of years ago people have put out, but at present, you know, it's not even there. So I just figured, you know, let's explore that a little more kind of quickly. And so I went out, and yeah, there was nothing. So, you know, looks like it's all been demolished. But anyways, yeah, so I just decided to go up a little further, check out this section of Tujunga quickly. Maybe you can tell I am kind of tired, but I think this was fun. But yeah, anyways, I'm thinking I'm getting closer to where the road goes down, so I'll probably jog back soon, but may do some more exploring of the creek in the meantime. Okay, this is interesting. I do see what looks like a little barbecue here, you know, and let's go take a look. Little lizard climbing around. So people do kind of set these spots up to enjoy the summer. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this on, I think. But yeah, at least they're trying to be safe with the fire, I guess. Yeah, neat little lizard there. Kind of chill. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I guess we're kind of getting to the point where people sort of take it upon themselves to make these pools, set up chairs, cool off in the summer heat. So yeah, more of that over here. That's kind of interesting. Huh. Oh, this is maybe private. Some of that back there may be private, so I don't know about the creek. I think that's like navigable waters or something, but yeah, anyways, there's this cool mutation here I think I might show you. So this plant looks like it's been mutated somehow to form these weird flattish kind of sections. So instead of like a stalk, I guess, it's just forming this sort of weird leaf, and that's not normal for whatever this is in my experience. So very cool. If anyone knows what this mutation's called, let me know. Got this whole area here really trashed. I think I might have to come back at some point with a trash bag, although that may not even help. But yeah, the road's right over there. I'm gonna maybe poke around here briefly, top my water off, and then jog on back to where I parked. Even with the trash here and there, I think these will be some nice summer water holes, given how much everything's been dammed off here. But yeah, I might do a little dip myself before I get going. Haven't made up my mind yet. All right, pretty nice, Big Tujunga. It's got some decent pools, and even with a little bit of trash here and there, pretty chill, tranquil place. But let's do a cold plunge. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. All right, not even all that cold. I mean, it's cool, very nice temperature, but yeah, anyways, I may get a few photos of this real quick because I think it's beautiful. But anyways, yeah, that should be all. All right, yeah, very nice. Didn't really get too hot today. I think it was a little above 80 maybe at the highest. Yeah, anyways, should be a nice little short jog back. All right, back at the road, and yeah, at some point I want to explore some of these canyons. The lighting might not be great for it, but for now, yeah, quick short reconnaissance trip. A bunch of crawdads, bunch of pools. I know where to kind of avoid. It may be private, but yeah, I'd say that was pretty productive. So I came down right over there, jogged back this way, and parked just up there. But yeah, this is that bridge going over Big Tujunga Creek. And yeah, you can kind of see, I don't know, yeah, the trail, part of it, right there. A little overgrown. I think it's actually supposed to go up that canyon. But I just decided to do my little loop. Anyways, yeah, very beautiful here.